Do you like what you're seeing from LeBron and Westbrook?
I love it, Skip. These guys have really never played together outside of an all-star game, Skip. And so you figure out, okay, where he likes the ball, where I like the ball. You get an opportunity to work together. The thing that we know about LeBron, Skip, is that he's a diligent worker. He's been off since, June, the first week of June? So he's had 8, 9, maybe even 10 weeks off. Now it's time to get back to work, and he's getting back to work with a new teammate. Why wait until we start training camp to start working with a guy like Russ? Let's get a head start. I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, say, in the next week, AD shows up and gets in some of the workout actions. Skip, look, LeBron has heard everything. I do not believe this is a natural fit. But LeBron James and Anthony Davis went to the higher-ups and said, we would rather have Russ than the trade that you want to make. We'll make it work. We'll figure it out. It's more important to us to have a competitor of champion. He's never won a championship, but Skip, the one thing we know about Russ, he is as fierce a competitor as that they have in the NBA. And LeBron says, I'm willing to work. I want to work with that. I'm willing to sacrifice my game. AD, I'm willing to sacrifice because I believe this is a piece that can help us get to another championship. So I love what I'm seeing. I'm not surprised because, LeBron was already getting that work in because you saw him, as a matter of fact, he did 10 minutes balancing on the ball. 10! Some kind of Guinness Book of World Record. You hater.
I didn't say a word.
Yeah, you didn't need to.
Are you finished?
I'm done.
Okay, thank you. This is brilliant early strategy by LeBron James. I commend him for this. I compliment him to the highest degree because this is exactly what he needs to be doing with Russell Westbrook. He needs to be ingratiating him into LeBron's inner circle because LeBron he's a good guy. He's fun to be around. And he's obviously an all-time great player, and Russ has that respect for him right now, but he needs it to go into love, like where they develop a deeper personal connection.
Right.
Because that's the only way you're going to survive with this guy. I'm here to tell you, LeBron, it will not work. But it's a great try, and I love this early strategy because you invite him to Las Vegas. You don't take AD because that would be the trio. That would be the three of you, and sometimes those triangle relationships don't work because you get closer over here. He right away he's saying, well, you're much closer to that guy than I'll ever be close to you. But this is just Russ and LeBron with Phil Handy, who's their assistant coach, who LeBron's very close with, and he's a good man, and he's a wise old basketball head. So he's going to run their personal workouts. Right. And then you take Russ, just the two of you, to the Summer League games so you can make a grand entrance and sit in the
That must be a new thing now because I see everybody showing up to the Summer Leagues.
I know, but you're going to get a lot of pub out of it. And then you post it. And you need to go all the way to, you use the weirdest nickname in sports, the Brody. I still don't get it. I don't know the
But that's what everybody called Russ. I don't know how he got the name.
But, I've read all the theories on it. There's the Wire character, but that was Bodie, not Brody. Right. And that J.D. Williams, who played Bodie in The Wire, looks something like Russ. There's some connection there. But he's never talked about that, so I think that's not it. And a lot of people think it just was a neighborhood term, Russ growing up in L.A., where bro became Brody, like Brody, but where the came from, I don't know. But now Russ calls his Maltese. I got a Maltese, too. Love it. Hi, Hazel. How you doing? She watches every second. She does not like you. I'm sorry. She just does not
you don't like anybody. Tell the truth.
She does not like anybody. Is the God's truth.
You and Ernestine.
And Ernestine's sister, and that's it. Period. End of story. But her sister helped raise her, too. So that's all she does. But the point is that he calls his Maltese the Brody, and he calls his brother the Brody, and he's the Brody, and LeBron is using the nickname. He's got all the emojis for lab work with the Brody, okay? Well, that's cool to Russ, where he's showing him love and respect, like we're together, right? Because you need this guy to be not only on your team, but sort of under your spell, where he's so respectful of LeBron that he will pay the prices and the sacrifices that you need to win with LeBron and Anthony Davis. I love the strategy. It's a very smart thing. And then, of course, he used the sarcastic line. I agree. I don't think this will work. That's LeBron just being sarcastic in what he posted, where we all know he's saying to Russ, then he ats Russ. Like he's saying, no, we are going to show him it will work. Because it wouldn't work with Kevin Durant, and then it didn't work with James Harden, and it never quite worked with Paul George because once he had his escape hatch, he jumped right out of it. And even there was the ESPN report that Kawhi Leonard, Russ is trying to call Kawhi, take me to the Clippers with you, and he wouldn't even return his calls and snaked him and turned right around and said, hey, Paul George, he wants out. Why don't you come now with me, right? So I named 4 great players. KD, James Harden, Paul George, and Kawhi all did not want to play with Russ. So you don't think LeBron's saying, watch this. It's part of the potential success story of next year is I'm going to show you I can win with the guy nobody else wants to win with and couldn't win with, right?
I think the thing is what Skip, the other guys were all trying to prove something. I believe KD could possibly play with Russ now because KD's a made man. He has championships. He has finals MVP. None of these other guys, LeBron has that, championships, finals MVPs. So he has those things on his resume intact. So, and Russ is like, and Russ knows, and I heard Russ say, well, he don't have anything to prove. The only unbox that's not checked on his resume is a championship. He's led the league in assists. He has the most career triple-doubles. He's been an MVP of the league, Skip. He's been an all-NBA player. Now, can you finish it off?
Okay, but he also has these accolades. 3 times he's led this league in turnovers. 4 times he's second in this league in turnovers. It won't happen this year. 4 times he has led this whole league in usage rate. How much do you have the ball in your hand?
Watch him this year.
4 times he was second in the league in usage rates. That's 8 times, 1 or 2 over the last 8 years.
And one time, and watch him this year, 1 time NBA champion. How about that one? You ain't list that one over there.
It sounds good, but it's impossible.
It ain't impossible.
This guy, you know what I believe, and I'm going to speak for Kevin here, and he'll go crazy on social. I don't really care, but I believe if you got Kevin Durant on a lie detector right now, he'd say, oh, I love Russ like a little brother because he was my little brother. But this man, you just can't. Once he gets on a basketball court, who knows what he might do? You can't control what he might do.
Haven't LeBron proved everybody wrong? They say there's no, when he was 17 years old on the cover of Sports Illustrated, there's no way he could possibly be that good. He's the #1 pick overall in 2003. There's no way he can live up to all this hype.
There is no way he could be 4-6 in NBA Finals. 4-6?
For one man?
6?
For one man to go to as many as NBA championships, but all but what? The Lakers, the Celtics, and maybe the Warriors. He's 4th on the list, and he's an individual. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
There's no way he could miss the playoffs as a Laker, right?
It happened. I don't know Skip, it happened. It happened.
Okay, so I think this is the perfect strategy for LeBron, and I think Russ will just love it. He will accept it, and Russ will be. In fact, I think you're in jeopardy. You're going to lose your 5th horseman status within the confines of the inner circle because you have doubted Russ and LeBron. I compliment you. I honor you for it. But I think you just lost your cachet.
There you go.
I think the bridge just got burned.
I love how you try to do that.
I'm not trying. You did it.
Skip.
I didn't tell you to say that.
You didn't. I said it's not a natural fit. And I still don't believe it is a natural fit. But I also believe if anybody can make this work,
I will give you
I didn't think Kyrie and James Harden. But what they showed me is that you can make it work if everybody is willing to sacrifice. Well, James Harden was willing to sacrifice the way he played in Houston and not go get you 50 and a 50-point triple-double. Kevin Durant is the only one that didn't need to sacrifice because Kevin Durant can go 28, 30 points on 15 shots. So that's all he needs anyway. Kyrie said, you know what? I get up off the ball. I'm a scorer. Y'all gonna let me score, do my thing? Okay, I'm cool with that. So the question is, what role is Russ gonna be the point? Russ gonna be the 2? LeBron's gonna get off the ball? That's the thing. Once they determine how this thing's going to be played, we'll go from there. But no, I don't think it's a natural fit. But I do believe LeBron James, old MacGyver, LeBron, Ramon, MacGyver, James. You remember MacGyver?
I do.
What couldn't he do?
Yep. Make little gadgets out of nothing, right?
When all hope was lost, they like, man, they done got MacGyver this time. Ain't no way he coming up out of there.
Yeah. You realize MacGyver was a fictional character.
That's it. There
right?
you go. You always trying to ruin everything.
Every script he survived. Somehow he survived in the end. This is real life NBA basketball, and LeBron will not survive this.
He will.
Because Russ has what I call the haywire gene in him. He's supremely gifted.
He just need to be reprogrammed.
But he does. And I think LeBron, even the great LeBron James, cannot reprogram this man. He is, at heart, just bull in China shop. At the end of the game, he just loses it. He goes haywire, and it's just dribble, 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 attack, and maybe get fouled and go to the free throw line, and Westbrook both free throws.
Oh, you didn't know?
Right?
LeBron James is only a couple of semesters away from graduating with a coding degree from MIT. Oh, he can solve a code, reprogram anything. Watch this now. Now, you know, I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear nothing about, they got lucky and this happened. Because when we get that Larry O'Brien, which we will get it.
No more bubbles.
It don't matter.
You can't blow any bubbles this year.
Oh, can
you got to make this work with a guy who is unworkable.
No, he's not.
He is unfixable.
No, he's not. No.
He is. He has shown he's been in this league for too long. What's he up to? 13 years?
Probably 14. Who
he's
cares?
Going into 14.
Yes.
It's just too long. He is who he always was.
If anybody can make it work, Skip, you know, sometimes we've been to, well, I don't went to this doctor, I don't went to that doctor. Go to him. If he can't tell you what's wrong with you, go ahead and make your final plans.
So
if he can't figure it out, that guy there on the right with that yellow mask,
LeBron is still the best passer in basketball. He
Player.
needs the ball in his hands. He needs to initiate. He needs to distribute. And that disqualifies Russ from being the point guard to the two guard, where he can't shoot a lick. He's a basic below 30% three-point shooter. You can't live with that.
Well, guys, so what we do? We get him layups. We get him those 10-footer, 12-footers, bank kiss shots off the glass. That's what we do. We put you in a situation where you can't do anything but succeed. That's what we skip. Do you understand how we do this?
You're going to wind up with LeBrick at point guard and Westbrook at shooting guard, and you're going to be in trouble.
Skip.
And LeBron's going to say, I tried. I gave it my all.
We wanted to need credit repair.
I took him to Summer League, and it didn't work.
You come see us. You got bad credit. Come see us. Let me tell you, we going to tell you what you need to do to clean this credit up and get you on the road to 750, 800, and possibly even 850. That's what we do.
What Russ does is triple doubles, and that won't work in this attack.
We got this.
Yep.
Now I want you to have that same energy.
I will.
When we beat the Clippers down. I don't want to hear nothing about Kawhi not there and Paul. When we beat you down, and we will beat you down.
I got Eric Bledsoe.
Okay.
Sorry.
Eric Bledsoe, Drew Bledsoe, it doesn't matter. Your day coming.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.